Good evening, campers, it's me, Kiro. Today we are going to talk about Jon Fosse's Alice at the Fire. Firstly, thank you to Fitzcarraldo Editions for sending me a finalised copy of a short novella by Fosse, which originally came out in the early 2000s, translated by Damien Searles, who also translated Fosse's Septology. In the English-speaking world, I would say that Fosse is most notably known for his tome, the 900-page plus behemoth that is Septology. I know a lot of people who have hesitated to pick up Septology due to its length, but seeing a 100-page novella, people might be willing to step into the waters. And I think if you're curious about what Jon Fosse's prose is, Alice at the Fire is the greatest start for you. Just as he does with Septology, there are ongoing sentences upon ongoing sentences. There is this meditative repetition of sparse prose. We also have two Aslas, and if you know about Septology, you know that the story revolves around the two Aslas, and Alice at the Fire is no different. At the heart of this story are two Aslas. Put the two Aslas aside, who is this titular Alice? Well, Alice is Asla's great-great-grandmother, who is tending a fire roasting a sheep's head. Focused on the cooking, she's not looking at her surroundings, she's not looking at the fjord, but her son, Asla, is going to venture out. Yes, Alice's son is Asla, and a few generations down the line, another Asla will be born, and he will get married to Signa. Signa is staring out the window. She's looking at the same ford that Alice tended the fire, but her husband has gone missing. Her husband's gone. Years go by and Signa is still as grief-stricken over her husband's disappearance, and he never returns. That is the story of Alice at the Fire. Is about these two Aslas and the women closest to them. But the plot, and this is the exact same point that I made with Septology, is not that interesting. And I don't think people are reading Fosse for the plots themselves. They're very simplistic, but Fosse's prose work is either going to enthrall you or enrage you. Alice at the Fire has these two women simultaneously present. It doesn't matter if the characters are alive or dead. On this landscape, they all play, and there is this kaleidoscopic narrator where we see Signa narrate, and then we move out and see her sitting on a bench looking at herself at the window, while Alice is over by the fire looking over the fjord. The narrator acts almost like a panopticon. It can see everything 360 all happening at once, and it's that I can't really describe Fosse's prose. Again, it's highly repetitive, sparse, and within that sparse repetitiveness, he's able to just move through time, characters, narrations, and perspectives with almost ease. Through the grief and traumatic experiences that Signa and Alice experience, we're able to understand these characters better through the aforementioned Aslas. But I want to stress, it's 100 pages with a lot of repetition. You're either going to love it or hate it. Luckily for me, I love it. I'm going to give Alice at the Fire a 7 out of 10. But if you read this and love it, go and read all of Septology. Very similarly stylistic wise, but Septology is a whole different beast. And I think the payoff is outstanding.